talking shit about that last video we made.
Yeah, going live. Oh, what's going on? Welcome to another True Big Blue
Shit.
podcast with the original co-founders of the Big Blue Crew, Classified 3F with Joe, G Nation
Hey.
Lou. What's going on, fellas? Great
Yeah.
kicking into the video, start off video, and we'll kick off the action right after that. Let's get it.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access with Big Pat Sports Talk, where you get the latest and realest Giants news and content. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Want to talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk and become an official Big Blue Crew member? Hit the join button in the description. Wanna look fly is some Big Pat Sports Talk merch? Head over to the Big Pat Sports Shop and grab you some gear. The link is in the description.
New York Giants full access, all Giants, all the time. All right, Giants fans. New York Giants full access is now live. Enjoy the show.
All right. Bobby Woodruff, thank you for coming a new member and talking your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk. That's the way you start off a show, baby. Uh,
Bobby.
what's going on? Let me shout out the chat real quick. Iman, what's going on? He says 48-10 Giants. Hey,
Earl
if that
Stamps in the
happens, it's
building.
gonna be what's going that's gonna be a heck of a time. LGZ, what's going on, Logan? Let me know if you want to well, I sent the link to your Twitter, Logan. It should be there. Kareem Wilson, what's going on? He says, "What up, G Crew? We gonna beat Dallas, Moo Boys." All right, Nimmer, what's going on? 35-17. I got a 31-17, but hey, can't disagree with that. Miz, he says Dallas with the two eggplants for the L's. Okay, the L is what they're gonna receive as well. D Dan, 31-17. What's going on? That's the same score I predicted. Eric Johnson, good evening. And Jers, what's going on? And Bobby, I will let you on later. We gotta get into some subjects here real quick though. Now, what's going on, Jers? Jers, what's going on? Um, we were just talking about before we came on that the video that we did our way podcast. It seemed that it was very popular amongst Dallas Cowboys fans. So let them know what's been going on with that video, Lou.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of comments in the comment section about how we haven't beat Dallas in 5 years and Dallas owns us, and how do we expect to beat Dallas? Sir. Well, multiple sirs. Okay. You people who have been in my comment section from the way of the Dallas region. Okay. Get a grip, guys. Your team is in shambles. Your team is falling apart. The owner of your team has to make public spectacles of consoling his quarterback so that he won't have a mental breakdown. Okay? Your team is falling apart. You can be in denial all you want, but that's just a river in Egypt. So, Dallas ain't winning week 1. You'll be lucky if you get 9 wins this season. Actually, you'll be blessed and highly favored if you get 9 wins this season. And if you do, it'll be because of your defense. That'll be the only reason. So please stay out of my comment section with your negativity towards the Giants when your team hasn't won a championship in over 30 years. Stop.
Yeah, that's crazy. King Blue, what's going on? He says, "Yo, G fam, I can't stay up too late. Got college classes in the morning. Well, hit the books and get to sleep so you can be whatever you want to be after college, man. Congratulations for being in college." Mission Man, good to see you, bro. Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope all is well. He says 30 Giants, cowards, boys. 21. What's going on, Jared? He says 30-13. Yeah, I'm in that area too, man. I got it 31-17. Eric Johnson, he said
13.
Yeah, I got it like a 14-point win for us. Eric Johnson says there are a lot of Giants haters going to the gulag. Yes, they will be. He says 28-14 Giants. El Capitan, what's going on? Hope all is well. BK Goodson, thank you for tuning in, man. Oh, Godson. I always say Goodson. BK Godson, what's going on, bro? Good to see you. No Mets, no Nets, no Jets. What's going on, brother? Bobby, who is Zion? Zion's been part of the Big Blue Crew for a while, Bobby. He's one of the originals. BK Godson, hold on. He says, "Yo, why Kimberly Martin always bleep DJ off?" Pause. Well, I don't know. You got to talk to DJ and Miss Martin about that, Godson. I don't know why. Javi, what's going on, Javi? El Capitan says, "I gotta tell you, Giants defense is gonna be the upset of week one. Everyone is betting on the Cowboys, but don't sleep on the Giants defense. That is absolute fact. And if you want to get more on the Giants defense, look up Lou's last video. It says we're gonna be a top 5 defense, and I have to agree." Book in, he says we dropping a 40 burger. Man, that would be absolutely funny. That would be absolutely funny. Jers, he says, "Big Lou, Carl Banks compared the Giants to the greatest show on turf on Believe in Giants podcast today." Hey, whew, boy. I'll go to the next one on that one.
You know it's hard out here for a pimp.
Man,
even
what?
rich people biting off your shit.
Sarkar says, "What's up?"
When regurgitating it. Man, I tell you.
Jared says they think we're the same team that they've been facing these last few years, but not true. Shane and Dable are building us up to be very successful. That is very true. Not Zay says the Giants are on the same team as years prior. That's what people need to realize. And shout out to Bookends for being in the chat. New York Giants swagger. He says, "Yo, Dallas will struggle to score against these new defensive players." I totally agree. Wells, what's going on? Original member of the Big Blue Crew. Nimmer, what's going on? Hammer Bama. He said, "Just got in, family, but what impact do you think Hyatt will have in the first game? All opinions." That'll be the first question we answer tonight. Shout out to the whole chat. You know, I got to show you guys love in the beginning of the in the beginning of the show. But what do you think about that, man? What do you think about Hyatt's impact the very first game?
I think Hyatt is gonna take the top off and get a touchdown early in this game. I think he finishes the game with about 96 receiving yards on like 6 catches and a touchdown.
Okay. What you think?
Just shy of 100 on week 1, but that's great for a first outing.
Yeah, it is. What you think, Zion?
That's actually kind of funny. That's awesome. I have me and Lou kind of have it similar. I predicted earlier on in the week that Hyatt catches the first ball of the game, 61-yard touchdown. But I have him finishing for 3 and 97, 3 receptions, 997 yards, just short as 100 yards, but with the touchdown.
I could definitely see that happening too, to be honest with you. Joe, what you think?
What is there to think? I want to see a good game.
No, about this question right here on the screen. What impact do you think Hyatt will have in the first game?
I don't know. He hasn't played yet. He hasn't seen the field. It's his first game.
What
you're
would you like
already
to see
putting
Hyatt do?
pressure on this kid. Please.
Well, you gloomy Gus. I actually think more of around what Zion is saying. I think he does get, if he does get like 96 yards, be like 3 catches, 96 yards. I think he gets about 3 to 4 catches this game, and if the Cowboys are slipping, if we get good blocking, I think he can beat one of those guys deep for a touchdown. So I don't expect him to break a rookie record or anything his very first game, but I do see him making an impact of making them respect his speed and respect the speed of this team. So he definitely could have like a 3 catch, 60, 70 yard game as he gets 3 pretty good catches because he's gotten behind the defense because Daniel Jones has gotten time. I do see that happening.
And listen, don't be surprised. First game in the NFL, primetime game, nighttime, big lights. If he has a drop or two because of nerves in his first debut in the NFL, don't be on freaking social media Monday bashing him and crucifying him, saying he's a bust and all this other crap. Because you Giants fans kill me with that stuff sometimes, man. For real. If he drops a pass or two, first game, NFL debut, bright lights, Sunday night primetime game. Don't be on here Monday talking about, oh, the Giants, Joe Shane wasted a third round pick. I don't want to hear none of that foolishness.
I'm with you, Lou. I'm with you.
Shin, what's going on? What's going on, Shin? Mets, I'll bring you on a little later, you and Bobby. No, thank you for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button for us. He says, I think Giants going to use the pass to set up the run. Interesting philosophy. That may be true. You line up in that shotgun, you've been passing the ball pretty well. A quick draw to Saquon Barkley is not a bad idea. I definitely think that can happen. Jairus. With Dayball and Kafka's scheme and DJ being able to read defenses now, it's going to be a fun year. A lot of good teams are going to look mediocre against us this year. We'll see. That definitely can happen. If our speed factor the way I think that is going to be this season, it's going to be a problem for a lot of people to guard us. Don Sherrod, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Good to see you. I ain't seen you in a minute. King Jers, he says Hyatt gonna have a big impact in the game. Pause. He gonna catch them off guard with his speed. Dallas don't know what kind of Giants team they're playing. They really don't. Slayton dropping. I don't think Slayton has too many drops this year. Bold take.
He said you don't got to worry about me talking about Hyatt drop the pass as much as I gave Slayton the pass on his drops.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you're gonna have to give him a pass anymore on his drops. I think he fixes that this year. Well, we start off the show. This is the Dallas Cowboys New York Giants preview. So let's preview the defenses. Like I said, if you want to know how defense is going to be looking this year, Lou put out a very good video earlier, I think earlier today, and it was a very insightful video. You need to check that out. But I think this defense is going to get to Dak Prescott. Their left guard has a hamstring issue, and I just think we match up well against their offensive line this year with a healthy Leo and Dex. With Leo and Dex taking up the middle of that field like that, where they have to be double teamed, and yes, Dexter Lawrence has to be double teamed. Coach, let me know if you want to come on the show. I put the link in the Big Blue Crew chat, so you should already have the link. I truly believe that those two guys healthy allow our pass rush to do whatever the hell they want this year. And we have people like Bobby Okereke and Isaiah Simmons backing them up, blitzing. When we send a double gap blitz with those four in the middle of the field, that's going to allow Thibodeau to come off the edge faster. It's going to allow Ojulari to come off the edge faster. But Lou, if you want to go first, just let me know what you think about this defense going against the Cowboys this week, Sunday night.
Well, this Sunday night, the New York Football Giants defense is going to step on the field. and put the rest of the 31 teams in the NFL on notice that we mean business, that we came to play, that we have a sound defense, that we have a sound game plan for each and every one of these teams and what they present, that our quarterback is going to take what they give us and our defense is going to take what it wants. So people can game plan, scheme, draw up X's and O's and watch film and give each other's high fives and all types of pep talks. It ain't going to make a difference. This is a different team. Wink Martindale is chomping at the bit to let his dogs loose on these kittens in the NFL, because that's what we're looking at right now. The NFC is a bunch of kittens ripe for the purring. The AFC is a little bit better, but when they step into the stadium against the New York Football Giants, I smell victory week in and week out. As I said before, 11-6 is the floor, and I really believe that. I'm not just saying it because it rhymed or because it might sound cool to somebody. This is a different team. The culture is different. The defensive front is different. The linebackers are different. The DBs are different. And we're just talking about the defense. The safeties are different. The coaching staff is different. The coaching staff on the side, when we make a good play, is just as amped up as the players.
Right, if not more.
So this whole team is all in. It feels like 2011. All in. We need to bring those towels back out. Dallas doesn't stand a chance. I'm telling you. So for everybody on ESPN, NFL Network, Sky Sports, FX1, and all these other sports stations that's been riding the Cowboys. Oh, America's team. Oh, it's their year. Oh, they're Super Bowl bound. Unless you playing on Madden, that's the only way them suckers going to the Super Bowl. So go ahead and get your Madden 23. Oh, well, it's September. Madden 24 is coming out in about a week. So come on. Go get your joysticks, because they ain't doing it in real life, especially week 1. They getting thrashed.
Yeah, what you think, Zion?
That's facts on facts on facts. Just to add on to that, on defense, what we need to do is stop Pollard. Don't let him get started, and we have the pieces. Lou just explained it to do it. You know, sexy Dexy up front, and he's going to get rested. Now we have rotational players. So obviously we have to stop the one. We have to force them to throw the football. They have new shiny toys that they want to play in, and Brandon Cooks. You know, we need to take him out of the game completely by applying pressure to Dak Prescott. Pat said it perfectly. You know, we have edge rushers that can actually apply pressures now that we have cornerbacks with speed. A lot of teams don't realize that speed matters. A lot of teams do, but we didn't have speed the last couple of years. Pat said it perfectly, and now we do. So now we can apply pressure, and then our cornerbacks can bat the ball out with speed. So all about frustrating Dak Prescott. I want to see Dak Prescott throwing his helmet on the sideline, throwing a tantrum. You know what I'm saying? And just keep it a close game. Just keep it a close game. Keep our offense in the game. Now, keep in mind, guys, we're going to probably get into offense a little bit later. We'll cover that. But there's new pieces here that they still got to gel to. It is the first game of the season. So as our defense, we need to keep our offense into the game. Keep it a close game.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more on that, Zion. That was pretty good. But, yeah, I can't agree with you more on that, bro. Like, we have to stop this little goofy dude here from being able to, you know, throw those little out routes and the little wide open seam routes across the middle of the field like he loves to do. That's basically how they mask him and allow him to operate without, you know, being in trouble. Like, to be honest with you, there's no reason why we shouldn't beat this team. The more that I look at the games that they played, that dude holds them back, man. And I don't care what Dallas Cowboys fans talking about, he holds them back. Because he makes some dumb decisions. Yeah, he makes some dumb decisions sometimes. And he's not that accurate. And when he got that injury against us in that one game where he hurt his ankle, he lost a lot of his athleticism the way I'm looking at him. And if you don't make it easy for him, it's a hard road for him, bro. Can he make some decent passes sometimes? Yeah, he can. But I don't see why we cannot beat this team this year. I think we match up with them bar for bar. I think their offensive line is pretty good, but I think our defensive line has gotten better. Reason why we're healthy and more experienced, and the addition of Bobby O and Isaiah Simmons makes our front seven way more formidable than it was last year. And not to mention that Michael McFadden looks like a totally different player. He looks like a totally different player. He's moving around. He's fast. He's moving sideline to sideline. When he blitzes, he comes with authority. When he sees the run, he's going right there to it, and he's stopping people. So I think we match up with this team very, very well across the board. And I
got a
know that's
hot
going to
take
be a
for you,
little.
Pat.
Go ahead.
Micah McFadden gets more sacks than Micah Parsons in this game.
Yeah, all he has to do is get one, because if he's lining up against Andrew Thomas, my Parsons is not getting any. You better go to Evan Neal's side and hope he can get it on Evan Neal, because he's not getting it on Andrew Thomas. I'll tell you that now. Parsons is a very good player. I just think Andrew Thomas is second best tackle in the league, man, behind Trent Williams, and that's not
Breaking
going to be
news.
for too much longer.
Breaking news. Micah Parsons is a weirdo with a foot fetish.
Okay.
He said it
What's
himself.
going on now, Zay?
He said it himself.
On this little show?
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about his foot fetishes. That's kind of
He
weird.
said he
Anyway.
likes Shakira's "Hips Don't Lie" song, and he's got a foot fetish.
Okay. Yeah. That's information
We
you
would
could have kept
we
to
would
yourself.
never lose to a dude who
That's
dances
funny.
to Shakira's "Hip Don't Lie" and has a foot fetish. You done messed
Damn.
up by letting the 53 men in our locker room know that. You don't even look intimidating no more.
So I just think we match up very well with them across the board. Our front seven against their offensive line, I'm actually going to give the notch to us in that matchup. I just think we dominate the inside of their offensive line this game, and we make it very, very hard for Dak Prescott. Pause. But let's talk about the secondary versus their receivers. We got the two rookies, Deontay Banks, Trey Hawkins. We got Adoree Jackson in the slot. Looks like Holmes will be backing up Adoree in the slot. Ghost Dog, what's going on? Fonzie, what's going on? How do you think our secondary matches up with CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Brandon Cooks, Tolbert, the tight ends, Pendershot, and Ferguson? How do you think we match up against those guys?
I think our secondary actually outmatches those guys. But my only concern is that our two backups both have hamstring injuries right now. Javarius Owens and Cordell Flott both have hamstring injuries. So they were on limited practice today.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that our DBs are barely going to get any rest. They're going to be out there about 90% of the snaps because our backups can't really take too much of a load because they have hamstrings. So that's my only concern is if these guys get gassed and they start calling plays quick without letting us sub out.
Yeah, I could definitely see them getting a drive or two that way by running a hurry up if they could keep our people out there on the field. But we have a bunch of safeties, so they'll bring in one of those safeties and let them man the slot like Bobby McCain or Dane Belton. They'll come in for a couple of plays. What's going on, Logan?
What's going on, man?
Alex, what's going on, Alex? Ron,
What's going on, Logan?
Ron,
What's
what's
up?
going on, Ron?
What's good, bro?
I think they'll be okay, man. Those dudes are young. They don't want to come out the game anyway. To be honest with you, they gonna be running like
That's
rabbits out
facts,
there,
though.
man. They first game, man, they gonna be so hyped. They gonna be mad as hell. They be like, "Come out and get you a breather, man. I don't need no breather. I'm on his ass." Shoot, they
Pause.
can't throw nothing against us. But I think Isaiah Simmons can play a slot cornerback role for us a couple of times if we need. If somebody like a Dory needs some rest or Hawkins needs some rest. So you play that guy just about anywhere on the defense. Um, what do
No,
you think?
Wandale is not 100%. He is not. He was on
No.
limited today as well. Him,
Mm-hmm.
DJ Davison, Cordell Flott, Javarius Owens, and somebody else. They was all on limited practice today. Damn, I can't remember who the other one was. There was 5 guys.
Zion, what you think, bro?
I think we're gonna get tested a lot. Like, as much as we're fired up, as much as I agree with both of your guys' points,
Get
I
out of
see
here
it
with
going
that,
out
yo.
that way. But at the end of the
They
day, there's
scored
gonna be
maybe 1
yards.
touchdown
Check
and
this
2
out.
field goals.
Yeah, there's gonna be yards, bro. Like, I have it 20 for 21 Giants, but the ball's gonna go up and down the field. But our red zone D is gonna step up. Like, they're not gonna score in the red zone because of our defense in the red zone. But our cornerbacks are young. You know, I'm not gonna come out here. Brandon Cooks and CD Lamb is veterans in this game. You know, there is gonna be some times where Banks and Hawkins gets cooked. You know, and easy 20, easy 30, it's gonna happen. Let's be realistic. They're gonna move the ball. I won't be surprised if Dak finishes with 290, 300 yards, but only scoring 21 points because of the fact that our cornerbacks are gonna be tested. You know, and of course. They're gonna win some, but they're gonna lose some also. But I'm super confident in them. When it matters in the fourth quarter, our defense is gonna show up. Maybe Banks may have gave up a touchdown early, but he's gonna come up with a big play in the fourth quarter. Mark my words. We talk about it next week. Speak that into existence. And that being said, the Giants will win this game. Pass it back to you guys.
Yeah, I definitely can see. I definitely can see a big play here too in the secondary. If Dak Prescott gets some time and he runs around and throws the ball, yeah, I can see a big play here or two there. But I don't see it being just like constantly boom, 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 boom the whole game. No,
Yeah, not constantly the whole game. Not at all.
he might be able to hit a spot once or twice, but I don't see them doing too much more after that. Logan, what you got?
Talking about the opening game?
Yeah, our secondary versus the Cowboys receivers. How do you feel about that matchup?
In terms of if Banks and Hawkins play how I think they're going to play against CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, and those guys, I think we'll be fine. But knowing the fact that they're rookies, they're probably going to struggle because, well, they're rookies. I don't think we're going to get toasted by them. I think Banks is going to look way better against CeeDee Lamb than James Bradbury ever did. So that's the plus. I think we're going to be fine, man. I don't see a single Cowboys receiver going over 75 yards.
Oh, if CeeDee Lamb is held under 50 yards or 60 yards, they lose.
Yeah.
Because nobody else is doing anything like that. Cooks is good, but he's not. No, I'm not worried about him.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Not because he's bad. I just think this is a bad matchup for him. We got too many bigger corners that can line up against him, and he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Bobby, I'll bring you on in just a little bit, bro. Around like the 35-minute mark. Ain't gonna be on too long tonight. But Talleyrand, thank you for the super chat. He says Wink was ecstatic after the Deontay pick. Imagine how he was after Simmons and Basham acquisitions. Defense will be fine. A fine-tuned machine. I keep forgetting that we traded for Boogie Basham too. Man, we got a lot of people in that front seven, bro.
Yep.
Like, man, that's crazy. This is Leo, Dex, Basham, Ward, Robinson, Nacho, DJ Davidson. Then you got,
Jordy Riley.
Yeah, Riley. Then you got Ojulari, Tibbs, Isaiah Simmons, Bobby O, McFadden. Man, this is like good grief.
I've been a fan
We got
of
some talent.
sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Logan.
I was gonna say I've been a fan of Boogie Basham since Wake Forest, bro. That dude is a good player.
Mhm.
He just didn't fit the bills as good as he fits us. Boogie Basham is a good defensive
Wake
lineman.
Forest, man.
Yeah, he is good.
That's
Yeah,
facts. And to add
he
on
was a
that, like
beast at Wake Forest. Go
I
ahead, Zion.
love the optimism. I love how everybody's hyped up for this game because I know I am. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to keep it realistic. I have us going 11-6 as well. But guys, that defense is gonna take some time. Now, if you come out here out the gate running, trust me, I'll be happy. But it is gonna take some time. Our offense is gonna take more time. But I wouldn't expect this defense to come out and shut down this team. We have to
Dallas
respect
goes
the
3 and
Dallas
out their
Cowboys.
first 3 possessions.
We have to respect the Cowboys and who they were in the NFC. You know what I'm saying? We have the hardest division in football, and I'm just excited for the season. Let's get it.
Dallas
what's
goes
going
3
on?
and out their first 3 possessions, Zion. I bet you 100 push-ups on that.
What's
In a
going
row?
on, Timothy?
I don't want to bet against
Frith?
my team like that. I hope they do.
Right. What's going on, Timothy Frith? Good to see you. NY Swagger, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. He says they're working him back in slowly. I think he'll get a few snaps in Sunday night. He's talking about Wandale Robinson. CJ, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. He says, I think it comes down to how well the Cowboys tackles hold up against Aziz and KT. Very, very, very good observation. I think it's the same thing with us, how Thomas and Neal holds up against DeMarcus Lawrence and Parsons. That I believe that's the matchup that's going to determine this game, to be honest with you. Ghost Dog, he says, yeah, man, laugh out loud. We are a problem up front. Yeah, man, we got a lot of people up front this year, bro. It's crazy. Shin, he says Dallas is going deep on that first possession. They will test the young corners as soon as they can. I believe that as well. I definitely believe that. I believe the first person they're going to test it ain't even going to be Hogan. It's going to be Banks. They're going to test Banks with Gallup and see if he can Gallup can outmuscle him for the ball because he's not going to outrun him. But they're going to see if Gallup can use that veteran presence and get the ball away from Deontay Banks. I definitely believe that. Jada Champ, what's going on? So we talked about the secondary. We forget to mention that we still have Xavier McKinney back there at safety.
Yep.
So if our DBs are playing well enough to where Xavier McKinney can play safety the way he's supposed to, if Dak Prescott throws anything stupid, it should be a pick. I'm telling you, man, the way this defense is playing, we are allowing our guys to play the way they're supposed to play, man. And it's going to be amazing to see. Hey, we got 64 people watching and only 41 likes, man. Quit being ninja watchers and hit that like button for me,
Man, if y'all don't hit that subscribe button, I'm going to throw Joel at you.
Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like, subscribe, share the vid, share the live.
We got 68 people in the chat and only 40 likes. You mean to tell me there's 27 Dallas fans in here? All right. So, no, what's going on? You better hit the like button. No, this is my first time seeing you. This stream. He says, I think first
gonna
game
be more like no.
Right. He says, I think the first game gonna be more like last year. DJ running just cause the end's gonna rush up the field and DJ gonna take off up the middle. I hope that is not like that again. I hope DJ is able to sit in that pocket and pick them apart. But if he has to do that, he's going to do what he has to do, and I think that's a major element that they have to.
Yep, the Neil got to step up.
I think that's a factor that they're going to have to take into consideration again too. James, what's going on, James? Appreciate you tuning in. So I don't know, man, and we forgot to mention Pinnock.
Pinnock is good, man.
Yeah. And if you look at the story on Pinnock, he's a dude, he's very confident, and he said he wants to make the Pro Bowl this year. Mm-hmm. So whatever they putting in the Kool-Aid in the Giants locker room, they're drinking it, and they feel that they're going to be very good this year. There's not one person on this team that you could look at and be like, yeah, we could go at him. He got major doubt. No, all those dudes believe that this team is good, and they're going to destroy some people this year. Mm-hmm. And I'm waiting for it. But let's get back to the preview, man. We talked about the secondary. We talked about our defense. Now let's switch it to the other side. Do you believe that we can hold up our offensive line can hold up against Dallas pass rush in their front seven. I have to give the edge to the front seven of the Cowboys just because I haven't seen what Evan Neal has done. I haven't seen what our rookie center has done in live action yet. And Glowinski is a major, major question mark for me. So I have to give the edge to the Dallas Cowboys front seven. Just going to keep it real. But how much of an edge do you give them? If you do give them an edge, I'm going to start off with Lou.
I give him no edge, zero edge. In fact, I give him a -5 on the edge on the front seven, simply because myself included has been harping on this offensive line, harping on Glowinski being trashed, harping on still having Bredesen on his team, harping on Izudu not making the starting position, McKeithen still being hurt, harping on the depth of our front five offensive linemen not being adequate enough. I'm not the only one who's been mentioning this. Sports analysts have mentioned it. Pat has mentioned it. Various members of the Big Blue Crew Sports Network have mentioned it. Everybody with a brain and functioning eyes has seen it, thought about it, if not mentioned it. But I think they have all heard everybody mentioning it. I think they all have put a chip on their shoulder. I think Brian Dable has gone in there and lit a fire under OG Bobby Johnson's butt and told him that he needed to be better. And as we all know, stuff rolls downhill. I think John Michael Smith is a very competitive, hard-nosed center. I think Evan Neal, like that video you made the other day, watched that game where DeMarcus Lawrence made him look like a rookie, made him look like a Pop Warner player. And I think you add up all of them factors, and this team comes in here, this offensive line comes in here with a chip on their shoulder, something to prove, and a whole lot of motivation to get it done. So while, yes, there's still going to be a learning curve, yes, there's still going to be some issues to sort out, but I think it all gets sorted out in week one. And this offensive line starts to tell people, like I said, we're going to come out and make a statement week one. And we're going to put the other 31 teams in the NFL on notice. And I mean that from both sides of the ball. I think our offensive line is going to create a good push. They're going to create great pass protection and give DJ just enough time to carve teams up.
All right, Zion, what you think, bro?
Yeah, I think Lou's right on that, but just a tad bit. Like, I think it's gonna take time. What's up, Bobby? I think it's gonna take time. Like, I honestly think if you really think about it, like, first off, Bobby, how the hell you don't know who I am? We met so much time. What's wrong with you, Bobby?
Well, I'm an old man. Forgive me. Hey,
Logan. But that being said, I think the O line takes some time to gel. We have to give the Cowboys a heavy edge because of number 11. Number 11 is a game wrecker. He can easily wreck the game for us. That being said, though, I think Lou is right. I think I predicted Cowboys coming out, taking an early lead. Our O-line, this is the first time as a unit, I think we're coming to come back after the half, and it's gonna look like a whole different game. Like, don't get me wrong, I want the Giants to come out slamming and I want the place to blow up and all the fans going crazy, and this game being like 24-7 Giants going into the half. But honestly, guys, realistically, I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think the Cowboys are going to dominate us on defense early. You're going to see a lot of rollouts with Daniel Jones. We might get a touchdown or two. But that being said, we're going to come out after the half, and we're going to see as the weeks progress, we're going to see us improve with Carolina. We'll go it for later weeks. I don't want to take up too much time. I'm going to give the mic back to Pat.
Hey, Andrew, if you want to come on, I got one more spot. Or if Alex, you want to come on, I got one more spot. And if you both want to come on, somebody will have to drop off.
I'll drop out.
Who's that? Taj?
Yeah, I'll drop out for both if they want to come in.
Well, they got to come on first, Taj, but you're a ninja. You'll hit that smoke button in a second. Coach, you came in a little late. Hopefully you got your video done. All right, Drew said he can't come
Yeah.
on. Alex, what about you? I give the edge to the Cowboys D line because of history, and I haven't seen this offensive line play together just yet. I give them a little bit of an edge going into this game. Who do you give the edge to between our offensive line and their D line as far as pass rush goes? And if you do give them an edge, how much of an edge you give the Cowboys if you give them any edge at all?
In pass rushing,
Yeah. Why you thinking about that, Wolf? Stop talking noise, Wolf. You little Cowboys fan. You've been talking noise for a little while, Wolf. I believe I remember you last year. We're gonna kill y'all this year,
Is
Wolf.
he crying wolf
it's
again?
even.
Right.
Actually thinking about it now, I actually say it's a standstill right now. Um, their interior is what's, now if you want to argue their edge, especially with Parsons, okay. I mean, I was just looking at some film. The one thing about Parsons is he does not want to be physical with Andrew Thomas. He
No.
wants to use speed. He wants to set him up outside in, inside out, that type of thing.
Because he
Now,
can't
Lawrence,
overpower Andrew Thomas.
exactly. Lawrence, he'll try it for the most part. But now, the thing they do in certain pass rushing situations, they'll bump Lawrence down. Now, if Lawrence is inside, that's a problem because he did beat Golowinski a couple of times last year, and also Bredesen. So, but that's only in pass rushing situation. And right now, that's why I say it's even because I really think they're going to keep Lawrence on the outside. You're going to have to use him or try him against Evan Neal because of last year, how well he played against him. They're probably going to feel that Parsons can handle his own against Andrew Thomas. So, but on the interior, um, I really don't. I'm not really concerned with the interior, so that's why I'm giving it a dead even grade right now.
Yeah, I got a couple of questions I want to ask Coach you and Lou. Before, but that's after I let Logan go ahead and give his spiel on what he believes about this matchup. Go ahead, Logan.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? I see a lot of Giants fans talking about Jalen Hyatt is going to burn Trayvon Diggs on a deep post. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going to give the slight edge to the Cowboys front seven, but I will tell you this. This is going to be a game where Giants fans realize just how lucky we are to have guys like Darren Waller and Paris Campbell on this team, because this is going to be a yards after reception type of game. We're lucky to have two guys that can take a 10-yard pass or a 5-yard pass and take it 25, 40 yards down the field. I'm telling you, we're going to have to get the ball out extremely quick, and I think Daniel Jones is going to be able to do that. But I am going to give the slight edge to Dallas's front seven.
So that's a very, very good observation, Logan. The only thing I have against that is I don't want Daniel Jones to have to get the ball out extremely quick like he had to do last year. But if he does, we do have the personnel that will allow us to still be, formidable on offense. Because if you do get the ball quick to Darren Waller, he makes somebody miss, it's going to be a problem. If you get the ball quick to Paris Campbell in space, it's going to be a problem. But the questions I want to ask Lou is the interior. Does the addition of John Michael Schmitz helps out this interior to where if they do put DeMarcus Lawrence in the inside and put Fowler on the edge, how much of an advantage? How much of an advantage does that give the Cowboys, or does that actually help us
That
if they
helps
did
us
some stuff like that?
immensely. That helps us immensely. JMS, I'm not worried about holding his own on against anybody on that team. The only one that would worry me is Micah Parsons, because he would utilize the fact that JMS is a rookie against him. Other than that, I don't think he can overpower him. I don't think he could get past him. He might be able to use some type of trickery, but I don't think there's anybody getting past JMS up that center. He's gonna take two people every time he snaps that ball. Pause. So if they put Lawrence and line him up over JMS, I'm not worried. I'm not worried in the slightest. And if they put Fowler over there on Neal, I think Neal will wash him. So I think that actually works to our benefit if they do something like that. What's up, Bobby? Alex.
What's
What
up,
up, Alex?
What's
everybody?
going on,
Hi,
Alex?
big,
What up, everybody?
Alex. Hey, Alex.
Hey, Bobby, what's going on?
Hey,
So,
Logan,
Coach.
you got older.
Yeah, man.
How old are you now?
I'm 15, bro.
How old were you when you started? You were a young kid.
I think I was 12.
Oh my God, you look so different.
Yeah, man.
I don't
Told you.
recognize you anymore.
He got a voice of a 40-year-old man now.
Oh yeah, there's
What?
one in the chat. I know that. I thought it was 14. Yeah, I thought he was 21. He's only like 17.
So, Coach, what do you think about that same scenario, bro? If they put Fowler on the edge, because I think Sam Williams is hurt or something like that. But let's just say Sam Williams is there, and they put Sam Williams on the edge, but move Lawrence to the guard and put him right over Glowinski. Does that formation give you confidence in the blocking, or does that kind of scare you with the blocking? Because
Nothing
they could
scares me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
One more thing, because one formation I can see them actually doing is Williams on one edge, Fowler on one edge, DeMarcus Lawrence inside, and they bring Micah Parsons from the linebacker position inside and let them rush that way. Do you feel that our offensive line can handle that? Because that's kind of vicious when you think about it.
It is a good defensive concept, especially if you're talking about it on Glowinski. Yeah, that concerns me there. Concerns. But if you're sliding the line, see, that's the one thing I want to know. Are we sliding the line? Because if it's man on man, okay. JMS is going to have to eye and see if he can sneak over there, unless they're gonna give him a bare front. If they give him a bare front, then it's going to concern me. But I'm going to expect at about maybe a 40%, hopefully, success rate that Glowinski can at least ride him and not get driven straight back into DJ's lap.
Pause.
That's the only thing. So, but if you wanna do, and here's the other thing, if you're gonna put those guys on the edge, I'm confident that we could then just, instead of sliding, we just give DJ some type of a sprint action, waggle, some type of concept to get him on the edge, and they're just going to wash that down. They're just going to flush it down. So now you've just taken your two best pass rushers, put them in the middle, and if we just block them to get DJ on the edge, you've just nullified them because they're right up in the middle of the trash. So I would look at it in that regard to say, okay, that's one option or one way that, you know what, maybe I have to, kill the play we're calling and run some type of flood, get DJ on the edge, because now you've taken your best pass rushers, put them up inside, and you know what, AT, hook him in. Just hook him. That's all I need you to do. And you know he could do that. So, I mean, that's just sitting here thinking about that. I mean, that's another way that I could attack them if they're going to do something like that.
Yeah, I believe that's their NASCAR formation, if you want to call it that per se. Alex, what you got for me?
To add on to that a little bit, and Coach obviously gave a great explanation. I wouldn't be so concerned that they're going to put Dante Fowler up there. Excuse me. I think they're going to put Dorrance Armstrong somewhere. He had 8.5 sacks last season for Dallas, so that's a little bit more of my concern. I know Williams hasn't been practicing. I don't know if you guys brought this up earlier, but their left guard isn't practicing. So
yeah, I brought that up earlier.
So as I said, just those are some things to bring up. But yeah, no, good points by Coach, and I think Dorrance Armstrong is probably going to be more of a threat than Dante Fowler.
I mean, Dorrance Armstrong is the guy that's the defensive tackle, though. They're going to line him more over the center or over the guard, right? Because Armstrong wasn't he a defensive tackle?
I'm looking at the depth chart right now. Their two D tackles are Jonathan Hankins. You could obviously add in Mozzie Smith, Nabil Galmore, and Osia Digizua. Opposite Demarcus Lawrence, they have Dorrance Armstrong listed as the other defensive end. So that's where I think they're going to line him up on the other edge side.
Okay. Well, we'll see what Mr. Armstrong can bring. Mets. Giants related subject. If you start talking Yankees, you're going to the gulag. You start talking anything else, you're going to the gulag. We're talking Giants.
Right.
What do you think about that matchup? Our offensive line against their defensive line. Who you give the edge to and why?
Given how we haven't matched up against Dallas all that well the last several years, especially in six of the last 7 in the last 11 or so, 12 or so years that we've played them to start the year. And yes, this includes the 2 years where the Cowboys sucked eggs, 2012 and 2015. I grudgingly give the edge to Dallas. If we're going to win this, it's got to be in the trenches, and we got to force them to fight up the middle. There's only one of two ways we're getting out of this with a W. I mean, 2 ways we're getting out of this. On our feet like men or in ditty bags. Itty bitty dick bags. All right.
What's wrong with What's wrong with him, man? But I hear you, Betts. I do believe that the draw play. And Lou, I talked to you about this in the offseason, man. I think the draw play is going to be one of our best plays against teams that are over aggressive like the Cowboys are. Because let's be real, I think this Cowboys defense is coming into this game very confident, and I think they're coming in thinking that they're going to beat Evan Neal like a drum again. They're going to kill our interior offensive line again, and they're going to make Daniel Jones run for his life again. I think the draw play against them will work very well, especially out the shotgun. But that's just an observation I think that we can do. Shout out to everybody that's came into the chat. D. Dorsey, Carl Bryan. Good to see you. Ain't been seeing you in a minute either, Mr. Bryan. Hope all is well. D. Dorsey says Simmons will have a good game. Jada God, what's going on? Sarkon is in the building. What's going on? Man Cave is in the building. Kevin Sullivan is in the building. A lot of people have shown up. Thank you guys for tuning in. But I'm going to leave that with you, Coach, Lou, Zion, Alex, Logan. What do y'all think about the draw play against a team that is aggressive, that is as aggressive as the Cowboys? What do y'all think about the draw play with Barkley? Coach, lead it off. Ready to take a smoke break, and I'll be back.
Draw play can be very effective, especially if you handle it up front the proper way. You set it up, you get them getting upfield, and then you surprise them with the draw. Like that. I mean, it's a good thought. It's a great concept, especially if you catch them with their pants down. So, anything like that, draws, screens. Definitely to take away their aggressiveness is perfect thing to do, especially if it's like at a 3rd and 7 and you're right on the fringe plus territory. So, say we're at the 45. Yeah, it's a great way to attack them because it also allows you to, in a situation like that, depending on how many yards you get, if you get to a 4th and 1, then you're pretty much setting yourself up to go for it also. So, you're setting yourself up for 2 plays as opposed to possibly punting. And it's also depending on how the game is going, the flow, so on and so forth, how our defense is doing, in that situation. But more than likely, you do that and you get to a 4th and 2, 4th and 1 with a good draw. Yeah, it's an excellent call.
I'm gonna have to absolutely agree. I mean, like it's taking that aggressiveness and using it against them. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't like go out there and spam it. But obviously, when the time is right, if you see them, they're going to be blitzing a lot. You know what I'm saying? And you see the time is right. Coach said it perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Pick up a good 5, pick up a good 7. A good one can go for over 10. You know what I'm saying? But absolutely facts on that. Using that pressure coming in and then using that against them and picking up a good 7. Absolutely.
Yeah, I like the draw play, especially against a team like Dallas. But I'm looking more towards the screen game because if they're going to blitz a lot, knowing Dan Quinn. So if we can get him with a good screen, we know what Saquon can do with a good screen. We don't even got to get into that.
We also have to occasionally throw the element of surprise at them. I mean, maybe a wildcat play every now and again.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they a couple of times last season they did do the double, which was Breida and Barkley. But I mean, you guys are bringing up a lot of good points. I originally thought up. I'm going to be honest with you. When Pat brought up the draw play, I was originally thinking Daniel Jones, but I don't know that they'll touch that this early in the season. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens on Sunday, but especially on third down, that's going to be big. Like Coach brought up, basically either moving the chains or getting yourself prepared for a fourth down play, but that worked a lot last season. I remember against the Packers that moved the chains. It's a couple other times it moved the chains when everybody's being over aggressive and blitzing and stuff like that. You guys are talking about the screen game. I want to actually see how much they go to the swing passes. I wouldn't necessarily in terms of the draw plays and the swing passes. Maybe the swing passes I would go earlier in the game with, depending on how aggressive they are. But if they're still aggressive and maybe you're not having as much success with the swing passes and they're still over aggressive with their blitzing, then I'd start hitting the draw play in the second, third quarter. And I think once again, I know this is just like a central topic I'm about to bring up, but we know how good Coach Dable's adjustments can be, and also from this coaching staff. So I think that's going to be a big part in whether we're in the game, whether we get blown out, or whether we just straight out win the game.
Well, you just made a great point too about the flaring the running back, getting them with the swings, probably getting them with a rail. If you can set up the rail concepts, but it also opens up the tailback option too, because when you set up like that, you can set them towards the line of scrimmage or right off of the tackle, or in between tackle and guard, and depending on the alignment of the linebacker or safety, you can either get them to the flat or you can bring them back to the middle. So that also is a great way to help, in a sense, offset their blitz, because if they're blitzing right up the middle, that option, that middle is going to be wide open. So you can get the back there and then sneak them right into the middle of the field. So, which also does the same thing in a sense that a draw does, because what are you doing? You're replacing the blitz. And, a draw can replace the blitz. Same thing with the running back option, coming into the middle of the field. So all great thoughts, great concepts.
Yeah, and especially I think another thing would that be very good for Barkley, especially not just the swing passes, the screen passes, just like you talked about in the middle of the field, Coach, angle routes right out of the backfield. I think that would stun them.
Texas route.
Exactly. So I think that'd be another thing that Kafka and all those different guys are looking for.
Exactly. So and then that's the main point. I guess with me, it's I don't fear their defense. I see opportunities to take advantage of their defense. I'm an aggressive coach, but I also know when I'm blitzing, I got to get there because I leave myself open on the back end of my defense. So if they're doing that, that's the same exact thing that's going to happen with their defense. Because if you're going to be overly aggressive, there's going to be a window that's going to open up. And once we get our playmakers in that window, it's now our time to eat and capitalize and move the chains, move the ball, and put ourselves in position to score a touchdown. So, and especially when you're talking about Barkley, that's a great thought right there. I mean, even if you put him in the slot and just have him run a quick slant right into the middle of the field, especially if he has a linebacker on him, because if he has a linebacker on him, please, I'm expecting him to get that ball in and run that rock as far as he can. So
maybe a wheel route to the right with no safety help, maybe if they have the time.
The rail route is good, man. It definitely is a wheel. You could definitely get the defense there. So
yeah, I'm not, as I said, I'm not scared of their linebackers. My opinion.
Me either. So
I think we're gonna do a lot of play action, to be honest with you. Because knowing we could catch the defense off guard, a play action will be perfect for this offense. We'll see.
I mean, either direct action or through the RPO. Yeah, I mean, that's a great way to attack their defense. Like I said, replace the blitz. What are they
What up,
doing? What is
Miss?
this linebacker doing? What's up, Miss? What is that linebacker doing? If he's playing the run, then the receiver replaces him in that window. If he sits back, then you just give the running back the ball. So it's to our advantage. So yeah, play action, RPOs, perfect ways to attack this defense. So
Yeah, I like how Coach brought up the fact that we're not intimidated by their defense. I'm telling y'all, watch out for Darren Waller. This could be a 100-plus-yard game for him because, I mean, let's be honest. Their best bet would be to put Stephon Gilmore on Darren Waller because if we look at this here, Leighton Vander Esch ain't covering him. DeMarvion Overshown is not covering
He
him.
tore his ACL.
Oh, yeah, he did tear his ACL. You're right. Malik Jefferson isn't covering Darren Waller. Javon Curse isn't covering Darren Waller. Donovan Wilson isn't going to do anything against Darren Waller. I'm telling you, Waller's going to have a big game in week 1.
And either way,
I'm definitely excited because look, I'm gonna be in the building for Dallas vs Giants, so I'm a breathless.
Exactly. Either way, I mean, however you see it, and I know Logan was talking about the 100-plus-yard game, which could definitely happen, by the way, because I definitely see some sort of a mismatch. How I see it is even if you start just throwing it to Waller on almost every single play or every other play, and they start recognizing that and doing something with like safety help or whatever, it's always going to open another avenue just as long as the offensive line gives enough time. I'm not even asking them for them to be perfect. Just be average. Let Jones get the ball.
Give him
out
3 seconds.
Yeah, 3 seconds, 2 whatever.
At least 4.
Obviously, everybody's talked about Jalen Hyatt maybe hitting Trayvon Diggs with the double move. I think one of the more underrated receivers coming in this year is Paris Campbell. That's just my personal opinion.
He's my breakout player of the year.
I don't know if everyone saw the interview with Carl Banks and I think was that the Tino? But the point I'm making is, you saw the interview, right, Pat?
I saw bits and pieces of it.
All right. Well, one of the things Carl Banks said, and he said visualize. He's not making a proclamation, but it's some of what we have been saying here. This team has such great speed that it stretches the back end of a defense. And he went through quite a few guys. And that's the point. We've been saying it here. And these are the things and that's why to me it's going to be imperative that they get to DJ, because if not, it's going to open up windows, whether it's deep down the field or with crossers or even into the flats, because you're going to push them deep. Their safeties are going to drop. Their corners are going to be running with whoever's going deep, and a simple crossing, even if it's for Waller coming across, it's just going to open up that window, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. So, and that's some of the things that Carl was talking about. He said, it's a great thing that we see the amount of speed that's been built up on this team, and we've said it here. Pat, you said it. Lewis said it. Alex, you said it. And I just love it. I just love this whole thought. I love this concept, and that's why I'm ready for this game. To see, what we're going to do against one of the quote unquote elite defenses in the league.
Yeah, they do consider them to be an elite defense. They have them and the Eagles in the top 5, so they had our defense ranked 28th. I don't see why that is, but it's okay. That's what I'm saying. If DJ has time this year, even if this line is half decent, like Alex says, we got too much speed on the field, man. And if he has time to let those routes develop this year and not have to play the extremely short game this year, it's going to be a problem. But it all starts up with the offensive lines. Shout out to Miz. I don't know if you want to come on, Miz. I'll put the link back in the chat. But he does make a great point here. He says both D lines can bring it. So to me, the game will be decided on both O lines. Who protects and how we block for run game, including our tight ends blocking, will decide the game. That is very true. That's why I think Bellinger is going to be an important part in this game as well. But I just see us just being a better team than them this year. I just do. And that's
Here's one
not
of
being. Go ahead, Coach.
no, I'm sorry. Here's one other thing too. The 12 personnel, or even 13, but the 12 personnel will force them to play balanced. It
Yep.
really does. And it's still we can still pass on that, but it also allows us to be a lot more physical in the run game. So if we come in 12 personnel, they're going to match up first and foremost. So if they bring in an extra linebacker or a box safety, then that says to you, you know what? We can stretch them with speed because Wilder is not slow. He's not slow. He's definitely a wide receiver, and he can stretch them, and he can attack a box safety or a linebacker with ease. So, and that's why I also like the thought of the 12 personnel, even the 13 if you bring in Cager with him if he's fine, because he's still also a receiving tight end, But if they want to play light and have a lot of defensive backs, you could still run. I'm fine with Cage going up against a defensive back, especially a cornerback to block. So it
Mm-hmm.
just gives you such great versatility that what are they going to do? See, it's now a matter of we're playing chess and forcing them to react to what we do. And that's on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively.
Right. And like I'm gonna add a quick point to that is in my opinion, now they probably will do to bring Cager in depending on what his injury is, but I know and this is not really my point, but it's just a point in the point. I know we haven't necessarily been keen on the rotations, but if they do stick to a smart starting five, what you could do, and they did this last year when they had Nick Gates, when they had different guys coming in. Josh Azu maybe as an extra tackle on some plays.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you know what? When they do that on the other side of the football, they bring in whoever they have as their swing tackle, Boogie Basham, Jihad Ward, and Thibodeau on the field. I mean, and then multiple defensive linemen who could defend the run in addition to Okereke and some of the other guys. I mean, obviously, you can't fit them all on the field at the same time, but you guys get my point.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Exactly.
mm-hmm.
I don't know, fellas, man. I give us one heck of a shot, man. And like I said, I'm sticking to 31-17, man. I think we really can beat these guys by 2 touchdowns, man.
I'd love to
I
see
got
it.
28 to 17.
I got 31-28.
I just don't see us giving up 28 points, Logan.
I
I
got
don't know, man. I don't know, man.
I got us 28-24.
That's a very good score too, Mitch. I can see that happening too. But I know we've been talking about the receivers, so it's probably one of the last questions we're gonna do tonight. I'm kind of tired. Not gonna be up all night tonight. But how do you guys feel about our receivers versus their secondary? Just the matchup of those two guys. Take the offensive line and defensive line out of just that matchup between our receivers and their secondary. How you think we match up?
Gonna be tough. I mean, Tavon Diggs, one tricky cat to try to keep out of your line reception site.
I personally, I'm somewhat worried about Trayvon Diggs as well, because we all know he's one of the best in the league at getting interceptions and jumping routes. But in terms of Stephon Gilmore, I want to see how Jalen Hyatt can do against that old man, because Stephon Gilmore is still one of the best man coverage corners in the league, and he's extremely good in zone as well, even though, what is he now, like 32, 33? But I want to see Jalen Hyatt against him. I think that's going to be a good matchup. But in terms of our overall receiving core versus their secondary, I think we match up extremely well.
Oh, Logan, to be honest, I think Stephon Gilmore guarding Isaiah Hodgins. I think that's gonna be the matchup for me.
True.
I think it's gonna be Hyatt and Diggs going at it the most.
We'll see.
But I really want to see like Sterling Shepard against Dallas. I think he's gonna be a big factor in this offense, considering he's coming back. I'm excited for Shepard to come back.
Yeah, forget about Shep. Let me get to the chat real quick before the next person goes. Miz, he says this is a very tough game, but we're long due And a win here can define our whole season. It's a huge game one. True, Biz. BK Godson, he says, don't forget Sterling Shepard is a good blocker as well. We were just talking about. Nimmer says, Pat, remember Giants 35-17. Miz says 24-21 G-Man. Ghost Dog says 31-21 G-Man. Goodson 35-27. AO, what's going on, AO? He says, yes, I really think we are going to outcoach and execute better than them. 31-17, that's my score. Sarkhan, he says 17-14 Giants defensive battle. Hey, I wouldn't mind watching that game. Omega Supreme, thank you for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button for us. He says, just saw Evan from WFAN talking down on the G-Man like the rest of the media. That's what they do. Man K, appreciate you coming in. He says the Cowboys have had the fortunes of playing D with Dan Quinn guys for a minute now. Wink Martindale will finally get his weapons on D to use it. It will be a blast. Yes, it will be. Hey, Seuss Martinez, thank you for tuning in, man. What's going on, Seuss? James Hollister, he says, got Cowboys 27-23 because of the rookies. You're one of the most negative fans I've seen for the Giants in a long time, James Hollister, but at least you're consistent. Frank, what's going on, Frank Waiters? He says, speed kills, and now we have it. Yes, we do. Godson says, Diggs is food all day. His confidence is going to get him burnt. That always happens with him. He picks and chooses, man. He's a biter. Our office is called Scheme the Open Man. True. He says, and Nimmer. Miz, he says, I feel very confident Jones, Balls, Barkley will have a big receiving night. I can see that. Neo Beetle, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a minute. He says 35-24 G-Man. And that's about it. Hold on, Miz says, Pat, a player on the Jets called the Jets the 85 Bears. Someone give that man a drug test, please. Yes, they will not be the 85 Bears. There's not too many defenses that even come close to the 85 Bears. And they need to stop the madness. But Alex, go ahead. What you got on that, man?
So it's again, it's going to come down to speed. I do think, it's a little intimidating. I think Stephon Gilmore is still one of the best and one of the more underrated in the game because last year I believe he was with the Colts and, obviously they were a bad team and the bad defense. But so I think I would probably put him up against Isaiah Hodgins. Now, of course, it's going to go differently because Hodgins right now looks to be the quote unquote number one. Hyatt's probably not going to play the entire game. So you might want to put him and rotate him against Trayvon Diggs with Darius Slayton. That way you probably have a speed matchup every single time. But, I mean, we'll see what happens, how they rotate it, if they give safety help. And then Deron Bland versus Paris Campbell. As I said, I'm a fan of Paris Campbell. Everyone was talking about Waller in camp, which was fine. But every day, most of the days I was there, Paris Campbell was there, and he was getting receptions and stuff like that. And Bland had 5 interceptions last season for the Cowboys. So I haven't seen all of his game yet. Obviously, if they put Jordan Lewis in, it's a definite win for Paris Campbell. But Deron Bland did have an impressive year. So I think there's still some things to be schemed out. Not like last year where we literally had to scheme every single wide receiver open. But this year, I think the Giants, they have the speed, but there's still some stuff that needs to be schemed out because Stephon Gilmore is a good corner. When he doesn't bite, Trayvon Diggs is solid. Deron Bland, once again, 5 interceptions last year. But that's what I see, at least when it comes down to the wide receivers.
Go ahead, Coach. I got something to say about their secondary after Coach and Logan goes. Go ahead, Coach.
Are we including tight ends into this whole receiver concept?
I mean, you can.
Back. Because if it's including tight ends, then it has to be a matchup. Because who do they have to really stick Waller? I mean, and that's real reality. But if it's just strictly wide receivers, slot wide receivers, and their nickel corners and their cornerback safeties, slight edges to the Cowboys has to be. I mean, we're still, in a sense, technically unproven as a collective. You have some guys who are individually able to prove that have proven themselves, but Yeah, until we do it as a collective on the field, I get it. And it's a fair argument. So, but if we include the tight ends, I have to say it's even, because if it's our tight ends versus their safety or linebackers, we definitely have the edge, especially with Waller, and we can even flex Waller to the outside. I'm sorry, Diggs can't catch. He can run with him, but he can't play with him because Waller has such great size and strength. Gilmore's a little bit more crafty, so he's had the experience throughout his career, so he knows how to play and probably is better suited to, if he's with him, to shoot the hands at minimum to get the ball out of his hands. But who in their defensive backfield linebackers can really stick with Waller? I don't see anybody. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You guys got it.
I don't know who this guy is, but his name speaks for itself. He's obviously high. He says Waller's not Waller. Keep it real.
Wonder
Okay,
what tight
sir.
ends they have.
Yeah. Go ahead, sir. You keep it going. Uh yeah, coach. If you add Waller to the mix, I actually think that gives us an edge because they don't have anybody that can cover Waller. Wilson can't do it. Diggs is not going to do it because you take Diggs and put him on Waller, then our receivers are going to party. I promise you they are. So Gilmore might be the best option to try to put on Waller if you want to do one on one. I still think he gives Gilmore the absolute business. He's too small, man.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as DJ puts it in a good spot, it's gonna be over with every time. So yeah, I give a slight edge to us, whether it's just receivers or you add a tight end. To be honest with you, Mets, what you got to say, bro?
Well, I do say we add the tight ends. It is a stalemate, but it depends on who we match Waller up against, like Coach said. But that said, it's also a question of which coach is going to snap first. The old quote: "If enemies of Pollard or Polaric or Collar Temple seek to irritate." I'm not sure if Dable is capable of pissing McCarthy off enough with the schemes. If he is, we've got the upper hand. If it's the other way around, we're screwed.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, Mets, because he schemed us pretty close to them last year with the roster we had last year. So imagine what he could do this year
Well,
to scheme up against them.
and of course, it also boils down to the refs.
Hey, Logan, I told you this dude. His name speaks for itself. That's why I know it's almost that time. This dude says there's a reason Oakland gave up on Waller and Carr. Well, sorry, sir, but Oakland's not a team anymore.
I mean, you could say that with the Thanksgiving game. Had the refs not made that BS call on Holmes, momentum would never have swung Dallas's way, and we never would have lost that game.
You can never focus on the refs in any aspect of the game.
Nope.
If you start focusing on that, you lost.
Yeah,
Whatever happens, it happens. Now, what does happen with the coaching staff? They're told early in the week who the referees are going to be. So now, in a sense, you do see their history, and you kind of have a general idea talking to the players. This is the crew. You know that they have a tendency of making these types of calls. So we have to make sure that we play clean in this regard. So I don't ever worry about the referees, because if you start doing that, you've already lost the game.
So, sir, I see that you're an older gentleman, but you're talking like you're about 13 years old. So, I'll actually do you a favor. I'll actually put the link in the chat for you if you want to come on and you want to talk to me one on one about Cowboys and Giants. I'll actually give you that space. I want to get a good laugh tonight.
I'd like to point out the Raiders became the Las Vegas Raiders, I believe, in the 2020 season, right? And Darren Waller had 107 catches, 1,196 yards, and 9 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He got injured the last 2 years.
All right, so Let's bring him on. He said he wants to come on real quick.
All right.
So hold on. Mets. I'm gonna bring you right back on after he comes on, Mets.
All right.
Let's see if he clicks the link.
You sure this isn't Tank Dank?
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
If he doesn't turn his camera on, be careful because I've had trolls come in and change their profile picture to porn. So be careful with that.
If he ain't got a camera, he ain't getting on. So I'm gonna give you the stage to come on here because you've been talking noise. You might just be just like a Cowboys fan. You talk all the noise, but never get the job done. But obviously, you're very high because everything you said has been just about wrong. I was gonna say that too, Logan. I said you do know that he had over 100 catches the first year they were Las Vegas, clown. But I guess he doesn't want to come on Mets.
Doesn't he look like Chica Chong?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he look like Chong and Chica?
Yeah.
Chong,
Is
right?
that the issue with trolls I was mentioned earlier?
Yeah, there's Chicken Chong. How you doing? I love we eat Chicken Chong.
I mean, case in point, my overly sabotaged Ravens Steelers call last year.
He says he
you ain't click the link because if you did, you'll be in here. I'll put the link in the chat one more time. And any other Cowboy fan that wants to come on.
Well, we make you slow sometimes.
Hey, well, we're not talking about that, Bobby. I'm trying to keep my
Well, can I answer some
money
questions
green.
here? I want to talk about the offense.
What do you want to say, Bobby?
Well, you don't think my opinion is good?
If it wasn't, I wouldn't let you speak.
I think Waller is going to have a great game. I think he gets like over.
Oh, hold on one second.
150.
You gotta turn your camera on, bro. Can't bring you on if you don't have your
Chong's
camera.
coming on. Let's introduce ourselves, Chicken Chong.
The last time Dallas won a Super Bowl, Mama Said Knock You Out by LL Cool J just released. I'd like to point that out.
Oh, yes. Yeah. What year did they win the Super Bowl?
95.
Yep.
Holy cow.
Cut your camera on real quick.
My dad was in high school.
I know. I was in high school, too.
I was in elementary school when that happened.
It says
I
it
was
shows
-8 years
private,
old.
bro.
Right.
I wasn't.
Oh, there he is. Hey, nice to meet you, Chicken Chong. How you doing?
So obviously, Mr. Guy, you're a troll.
The Riddler has just entered the stream.
Yeah. Bruh, this guy.
You gotta be careful, like Logan says.
Well, I gave you a chance, sir.
Goodbye. You go into the gulag.
But obviously, that's what Cowboys fans do.
Go to the gulag. Hi, Big Lou. Welcome back. Nice.
Obviously, that's what they do. Go ahead, Bobby.
Okay, I think Lawler's going to have a great game. He's going to get 150 yards this game. I think 13 receptions. And Barkley's going to run over like 150 yards. And then Daniel Jones is going to throw for 4 touchdowns. That's my prediction. So 31-17 sounds good, babe.
All right.
I always think of that score too.
If they did all that, we better score more than 31 points. I'll tell you that. That's
Okay,
a lot of yards.
42-17. That's what I say. 42 cents.
Yeah, if they're doing all that, it should be a pretty bad game.
Too bad for this giant core, no matter how it's been the last 6 or 7 years.
Well, this is a new season, Mets. This
Well,
is a new season. Think positive, young man.
Well, you keep hitting the private chat. All you gotta do is come on and talk, sir. You've been talking the whole time.
Just unmute the mic.
Well, I don't like people talking in chat there. You never shut up.
All you have to do is come on and talk. Instead of typing, just speak the words. I'm gonna bring you on one more
that's
time.
what I don't like.
We'll give you the space.
Hey, Big Blue in the Bronx, how you doing, my pal?
Hey, hold on, Bobby.
I miss
Can you
you.
hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
we
hear
hear
you
you
now.
quite well.
Hello, hello,
There we go.
motherfuckers. Can
So
you hear
let's
me?
see what you look like. You
We
look
can
like
hear you, but
Chicken
we don't
John.
see you.
What the fuck? This shit working?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear us?
Hold on, brother.
Bruh.
Maybe someone ought to say it in private chat.
Bro is
Pack
on a
him up,
potato
and
right
just
now.
pack him up.
Nah,
Just
only
pack
New
him
York
up.
fan I know is the Coach Ed. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to fix
You
this
can't
shit.
hear us?
No, I'm saying the only guy I know is Coach Ed. I seen him before. You other guys I never seen before. So hold on, guys. My bad.
Okay,
I'm
speak
trying
your
to fix
talk,
this
man.
shit. All right. Hold on, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Obviously, you can hear me
loud and
too, because
clear.
you.
Hear
Yeah,
you.
All
you.
right. Can you guys see me?
No.
No, we
No.
can't see
No.
you.
What the fuck?
It's a black screen.
All right. Hold on. No, because my daughter uses this the PC for her work and shit. So hold on. All right.
I feel you.
No, I get on. She starts messing around with buttons and shit, and I'm like, yeah, she's only 10. So hold on, guys. Can you see me?
No.
No, can't see you yet.
Hold up, Matt.
It's still black screen.
Mac, what's going on, Mac?
What's good, Mac? James H said this is how the Cowboys be in the film, bro.
What happened to the other guy? He's not on tonight.
Hey, I'm coming back on. What time? I'm coming back on. Let me reset this real quick.
All right. Oh, hold on.
We see a
Hold
little
on.
bit.
There we go.
I see
I'm
a
coming back
cigarette.
on.
Yo, just turn the light on,
Cigarette
bro.
weed.
Just turn the light on. Just
on.
turn the light
Yeah,
on.
bro, turn the light
Just
on,
turn the
bro.
light on.
This dude is in the back cave
Not a
right now,
cigarette,
bro.
brother.
What's going on?
It's not a cigarette, trust me.
Yeah, those black
Yeah.
cigarettes.
Bro, just turn the light on. You're in the dark.
Cigarettes are bad for you.
My question is, how dark
Yeah,
is your
yes.
monitor for us to not even see an outline?
Yeah, it's dark as hell in that room.
Bro's in the upside down.
All right. Well, you just turned that $ yellow, fellas.
Do you live in Alaska?
No, Sarah
Antarctica.
Palin's not on this stream.
Antarctica.
Oh, you live in
Hold on.
Antarctica?
Man, I'm like 6 hours. It's about to be morning time in about 2 hours.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so hold on, guys.
Yeah,
All
we're
right, keep
home.
talking. Go ahead. Keep talking. Let me fix this shit. All right.
Big
I
Pat, where's our
apologize.
friend? The other guy.
I apologize.
Where's our friend, Big Pat?
Who?
You know, the guy who his wife cooks dinner for him. He's a funny
That
guy.
narrows it down.
Is he talking about Joel?
Joe.
Jay
Joe.
Oh, you talking about J-Lay, Joe Morris.
Jay-Lay, yeah. Where is he?
Working.
J-Lay been working,
Oh,
man.
Jay-Lay's working. Oh, okay. I didn't know. He's a funny guy,
Well,
isn't he?
I guess that's what happens with Dallas Cowboys fans. That's what's going to happen to them after we
Yeah.
beat them.
They
James
go
Crash
to
and burn.
They go to Christian Burn.
I
And
guess.
Big Luke, for the Jet game, where are you guys going to be at? Do you know still?
At MetLife Stadium. Oh,
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
tell. We'll let you know exactly where we are as the day gets
Yeah.
closer. We don't want to.
Okay, we're going to the game.
Okay, I'll let you know where we're
Coach,
gonna
are
be.
you going to the game?
Bobby, Lord have mercy.
Yes, everybody on this
I-
panel is going, with the exception
Yes.
of Mets and probably Logan.
Yeah, I
I
can't
haven't
come.
talked. I didn't talk at all today. I've been quiet.
In my
For the
case,
past-
it's a travel expense issue.
Okay, Big Pat, be quiet. Okay,
Huh?
nothing. I won't say anything.
So,
All it is, guys, is we're here to talk Giants. You can talk all that private stuff off stream. Thank you.
Good grief.
Well, I
Man,
just
you don't run
asked
nothing.
the Jet game.
Get your
We're going
confused
to-
ass flag behind you, man. What
I'm
country
just saying,
flag
this
is
is
that?
a Hawaiian flag represent. Shout out Lahaina while I have this time. Pray for Lahaina. Let's get it. The people are already suffering. Let's get it.
You go. There you go. There you go. Let's get serious now. Shout out to all the people in Maui suffering, and screw The Rock and Oprah. All right, now.
So,
Yeah, Rock.
with that being said, obviously, Cowboys fans who've been in the stream have been very quiet and they've been ninja watching. He tried to come on. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, his name speaks for itself. So he doesn't know what he's doing right now. He's trying to get his phone together. Somebody said he had a flip phone.
Somebody should have told him
he's got a Nokia, bro.
A problem.
He's got a BlackBerry, bro.
But dang, all I gotta say is
he's on a pager right now, bro.
It's really gonna come down to this though. Can the offensive line for the Giants hold up against the pass rush? If they do that, I think it's a very easy game for the Giants. If they don't do that, I think it will be a very tough game. But I still think we could pull it through. But Daniel Jones will have to be heroic in order to win that game. If they get pressure on Daniel Jones like they did last time, only way we're going to beat them is if we're getting a lot of yards after the catch, or if Daniel Jones is rushing for like 100 yards and on pass plays, he's just scrambling his ass off.
Like
but it is what it is, man. So it's an hour and 30. I was only planning on going an hour, but like I said, somehow y'all keep bringing me back. What are y'all?
Check me. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lou.
Y'all come see me at halfway of the season when we 7-1.
If we 7-1 in the first 8 games, like, there's no way we don't go at least 13-4. Because those first 8 games are ridiculous.
Those are the toughest games, and that's the majority of our travel.
Yep. And the rest of our season is at home against teams we're familiar with and lesser caliber teams we play in the first 7 games. So if we 7-1, there's no way we don't get to at least coach's record at 13-4.
Didn't we have the toughest, one of the toughest schedules, quote unquote, last year, at least on paper, and we managed to hold it? We get our way to a 9-7-1 record last year. I think we could pull something similar, if not a little better than that, this year.
Mm-hmm. And last year,
Mike is close to the camera, Miz.
You were saying that about last year.
But last year, we did have the toughest schedule at the end part of last year. So
I thought the front end of our schedule was relatively tough last season.
I mean, they say it was cupcake, but we did play the Packers. We did play the Ravens. Those were 2 playoff teams. We did play the Jaguars, which is a playoff team. Well, the Packers were almost a playoff team. They did lose to the Lions.
Right.
We played
our schedule wasn't
the playoff team last year.
Yeah, we played the Seahawks. So our schedule wasn't as soft as people called it last year, but it is what it is. But yeah, we go 7-1 in the first 8 games. It's gonna be ridiculous. Zion, what you got, man? Go ahead, Lou.
I know what we didn't talk about. The disrespect in the power rankings.
Where it was ranked.
They had
which publication?
The score had us ranked at 16.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
NFL had us ranked 19. Let me tell you some of the teams they had in front of us. The Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets. The Seahawks.
Falcons?
Who was the other one that really pissed me off when I saw it?
What's it, the Falcons?
No,
it wasn't the Falcons.
Can't be the Falcons.
Dallas. They had Dallas at number 6 and us at 19.
Well, Dallas beat us twice last year. You know they're gonna have them in front of us.
Damn, they also got knocked out first round of the playoffs.
No, they didn't. Got knocked out the second round like we did. They got knocked out by the 49ers in the second round. You gotta have Dallas in front of us. They beat us twice and they made it just as far as us. You gotta put Dallas in front of us. Now number 6 is kind of high.
They had the Vikings in front of us, who we knocked out of the playoffs.
Well, you know they got Jay Jettis. They going by favoritism. I hope we play them in the playoffs again. Beat them again.
And we stole their asses.
I'm quite sure they had the Jaguars in front of us. I'm quite sure
And
they
the
had
Jaguars and the Dolphins in front of us. Yep.
the Dolphins, the Jets, the Bills.
Oh, Bills are
Quite sure they had the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
What about the Pats?
No, they shouldn't have the Patriots in front of us. That'd be messed up. I'm quite sure they had the Chargers and the Chiefs.
Yeah, they had the Los
Did
Angeles
they have the
Chargers.
Steelers in front of us?
Yep, they had the Steelers in front of us.
That's see.
They
The Chargers haven't
They
made
have
the
the
playoffs.
entire NFC, AFC North in front of us.
No.
They had the Ravens, Browns, Steelers, and Bengals in front of us.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Did they have the Lions? Yeah, I'm quite sure they had the Lions in front of us.
They did. That's why I said it's disrespectful, bro.
I'm looking at. Hold on, wait a second. I just want. Oh yeah, they have the Saints in front of us.
Oh, the Saints
disrespect is real, bro. The dish. I made.
I'm
That's
looking
why
at
I
it
made
right
it
now.
short about it.
They do have the Falcons in front of us. They do.
What?
So if I'm looking, let me just check the publication. Oh, this came out yesterday. So yes, they do have the Falcons in front of us.
They have the Falcons in front of us? How?
Yeah.
Pardon my mouth, Pep. I gotta say this. That's a load of
weed they on. Whoever's on that weed, they bugging out.
I actually agree with Betts.
That's
How
my
you had the
reaction right
Falcons
there.
in front of How they had the Falcons in
That's
front of
my
us?
reaction right there, bro.
That's crazy.
You need to put that on the whole screen.
Man, hold on. Yeah. Share your screen. You got it on screen, Alex?
I got it in a tab. Yes. All right.
No, I was talking that picture that Logan had.
Oh, he's got that. So you got.
Hold on.
This is so disrespectful.
Kansas City's 1, Eagles 2, obviously.
Yeah, no brainer there.
3 is Buffalo.
Nah.
4 is San Francisco.
Meh.
5 is Cincinnati. Cowboys at 6.
BS.
6. All right. Then we got Baltimore. Then we got Miami. Then we got Jacksonville. Then we got the New York Jets. We got Detroit. Then we got we blew a 27-0 lead in the playoffs Chargers. Got the Seahawks. Pittsburgh. Vikings.
The Saints?
Wow.
The Falcons?
Falcons.
The Browns.
The Cleveland Browns.
Deshaun needs a massage, Watson?
And then number 19 is the Giants.
That's crazy.
Y'all saying it's crazy. I love it. I love it.
This is bulletin board material.
Exactly, man. That's all. As a coach, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just taking that and I'm plastering it all over every but one's locker. So when they open up their lock or whatever, how the lockers are set up, you see it, and you just sit there, and you're like, okay, not a problem.
No, do you understand?
Go back and read what it says too. Read what it says. It's a contradiction.
I would change my entire 11-man team's jersey number to 19. I would come out there and be like, oh, and 19 scores a touchdown, and 19 with the interception, 19 with the sack. Yeah, you got lost by the ranked 19th team, and everybody who scored on you wore the number 19. You sorry sexist. Oh, man, they disrespectful.
I understand Chris D. He says, well, to be fair, our team is yet unproven. But to put the Saints and the Falcons? What the heck did the Falcons do to go in front of us?
It's hypocritical because
And the
they say all of this. They say all of this stuff about our team being unproven. They're judging it based off of the Falcons superstar roster. Yeah, but is the defense gonna click? Is the offense gonna click?
What superstar roster do the Falcons have?
Their superstar offense, and they have a pretty good defense if everybody stays healthy. They did bring in some free agents, had a pretty good draft. But all I'm saying is I don't agree with that. But what they're judging it off of is the roster. They're judging it off of the Saints front seven on defense. And Michael Thomas back. And who knows? Maybe they feel that Jimmy Graham is gonna contribute something big this year. So who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows why they got the Saints of us? Who knows why? But the same things, why they're predicting the Saints, why they're even predicting the Lions, because we all believe the Lions is a playoff team. We all believe the Lions is going to do good. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's all hypothetical. We made the playoffs. We beat the Vikings. The last time I checked, the Vikings lost key pieces on defense. The last time I checked, the Vikings are just riding high on their offense. Let's see how their defense performs. So if the NFL is gonna put all these teams in front of us based on what they think they're gonna do, we're proven. We went to the playoffs. We did that.
We
won
a game.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
Got better.
Won a game. Exactly.
And got better.
If,
and they got the Falcons and the Saints in front of us.
If that's the case, then the Bears should be up there too.
Right.
Read what it says about the Giants, please.
Okay, I got it right here. Brian Daboll built up a lot of goodwill with surprising first-year success, which included the Giants' first postseason win in 11 years. How high can this team fly? The Darren Waller acquisition and more speed at the receiver position give the offense a higher ceiling. This is a more talented team than last year's version. Here's where they're half wrong, though, in some ways. But the defense must do a better job against the run, right? And force more turnovers to net improve in the standings. They did have low in interceptions, but they were one of the top teams in forcing fumbles. They didn't include that part. The front seven reinforcement should help the defense, but the takeaway question lingers. Big Blue's 13 fumble recoveries a year ago was the NFL's second most, but the 6 interceptions were tied for last. Can a reshuffled secondary that will likely feature 2 rookies playing big roles change that?
They're basing everything off of turnovers and 2 rookies. That's why they ranked us the way it is. Because what did they just say? We have speed. They said we have speed.
NFL's about turnovers. That's the game.
NFL.
Well,
Mr. Turnovers.
Or Mr. Weed.
Oh, you lucky! You know your ass in the gulag. This ain't my show.
You know more about turnovers than a lot of people with your quarterback. So obviously you know about turnovers.
Quarterback with a broken thumb. Come on, bro. Keep it real.
Is that our fault?
Keep it real.
Is that the NFL's
fault? What was Romo's excuse?
No.
What was Romo's excuse?
Daniel Jones broke an excuse. Daniel Jones broke an excuse when he comes off neck surgery, right?
Romo, I'm not talking about 7 years ago, bro. Come on. Yeah. This is 2023. You want to talk about Romo?
Talk about 30 years ago. That's the last time y'all were champions.
Yo, I don't wanna go on and on and on.
No. Hold on.
I just want to say this real fast. Cowboys had a Super Bowl winning team the last 8 years. Cowboys had a Super Bowl winning team the last 8 years. Put together, they had a top 5 O-line the last 8 years. So all of Dak Prescott's time in the NFL, he had a top 5 O-line. Go look it up. Someone put it up. Top 5 O-line, Super Bowl ready roster.
Hey, homie. Hey, homie, is this British stats? Is this British?
I don't
stats
respond to lame stuff. Said I'm done.
This is football, not football. Football.
Bro, that's the effing Hawaiian flag, and I ain't British. So don't you come disrespecting Hawaii after just what happened to Lahaina. All right, you said a British flag represent your uneducated ass.
Flag.
Uneducated ass. That's Hawaiian,
sir.
When you want to come up and talk all that BS, do your facts. Top 5 O-line. Let me remind you.
Top 5 O-line. Remind me, brother. Go ahead. Remind me. Remind me,
Super Bowl winning roster.
Remind me, homie. I'll shut up. Remind me.
Don't tell me to shut up because the last time you've been to the Super Bowl,
remind me. I'm saying, remind me. Remind me 10-2 against the Giants. What's Dak's record against the Giants? Please explain that to me.
Recognize this Z. You can come to my channel and apologize at the end of the season.
All right, Zion. So, what? So, you're talking to me now, Mr.
All right. Go ahead, man.
Disrespectful little man with the hat over his eyes.
Disrespectful.
So.
I'm not disrespectful.
So, I'm about to show you why. I
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got about 9, 10 guys, Giants guys.
You're talking to me. I know.
So how am I disrespectful?
Because you cover to a Giant, a Giants chat, trying to talk noise about the Cowboys, and you haven't won anything since Michael Irvin played.
Okay.
I tell you this, you were young when the last time y'all won a championship. You were a young man. The last time y'all
He
won a
was
championship.
not.
Yeah.
He's probably in his 20s.
Look, guys, I'm not here
That
to
guy,
argue with people.
he's an old man.
I'm not here to argue with people. I came on here to have a good stream with my
I'm
folks.
having a good stream.
But I do want to say this. If you want to watch any good footage of the Dallas Cowboys when they was in
Big
their
Lou
prime,
Big Lou makes sense. I like to listen to him.
If you want to watch any great footage of the Cowboys when they was in their prime, you're gonna have to go find it on VHS because that was the last time they were worth a damn.
Big Lou makes no sense now.
He knows it.
But let's talk about this year, man. Let's keep it respectful. We'll keep it respectful. Let's talk about this year. So I want you to explain to me why you was in the chat and you explain to me why do you think that you're gonna roll over us this year? Everybody, let them talk. Just tell me why you think you're gonna roll over us this year.
Okay. Week 1, Sunday, which is what? How many days away from now?
4 days.
4.
Exactly. 4. Okay. Let me ask you a question about the Dallas Cowboys against the New York Giants. This is gonna be one hell of a fucking game. No lie about it. I'm not denying it. All right. We're gonna have the number 1 defense. I know that for a fact. Week 1, we're not. Because this game is gonna be fucking, to me, my opinion, in the fucking high 30s, both teams. I don't know what it is about the Giants and the fucking Cowboys. Week 1, every fucking year we play, we start the first fucking game. Them games are fucking tough as fuck. So it's, to me, right now, I ain't gonna lie, it's 50-50.
So what about the Giants that scares you? Of our team.
Of your team. No, not everything. Get that right. Nah, far from it. One player on that team scares me. And I ain't gonna lie. Danny Dimes.
That's a first. I thought you were gonna say Saquon Barkley. That's a first.
No. Barkley gets 10 touches. He'll get hurt.
Time out.
Hopefully he doesn't.
Wait,
Barkley's not. We're not scared of Barkley. Danny Dimes can run and throw the fucking ball, but sometimes he'll throw 2-3 picks.
Senor Mota.
Go ahead, Papa.
Listen. Thank you. No, I'm not even being facetious. Thank you.
Talk.
Because we have so many Giants fans who would not admit that Daniel Jones is a threat. So thank you for even the fact that you're a Dallas fan and you came on here and you said one player worries you, and that's Danny Dimes. I salute you for being honest, my brother. I appreciate
That's very fucking true. 100%. Yep. That guy, I don't know if I don't know. It's just something about that guy, man. He can make a fucking little fucking, I don't know, just something about him. He could throw 3 picks and he could fucking turn around the corner and fucking run 60 yards. You never know.
Yeah.
Right? He's
so that was some pretty good honesty right there. I thought you were gonna say Saquon Barkley for sure, but you said Danny Dimes.
Barkley's reminds me. Barkley. I don't see Barkley next year in the Giants uniform. That's just me.
Oh man, Coach put him in the Matrix. Coach put his hand up and froze his stream.
That's just me.
Let's go ahead. I'm gonna let Coach speak to you real quick, Mr. Weed. Might as well say your name now because it's over with.
No, ahead, Coach knows me because I've been on. I chimed sometimes on the stream before. You know, it's been a while back.
I can't see you, so I don't know who you are because I can't really see your face. So if I do,
you know the name. No, that's all.
Okay. But you came on when I was talking, and you said winning in the NFL is about turnovers.
That's true. Defense.
So So it's about creating turnovers is a key factor. Yes, it is. I do agree to that. But my point being is, you said winning is about the turnovers.
That's true.
And that's where it's a contributor. Yes, it is not all about, because teams are going a whole game without turnovers and won. Teams are going to the championship with low turnovers and won.
I doubt that very much.
It's not the key factor. It's not the key factor. You still need, because I'm old school, man. I'm going to tell you right now. You want to take it 10-7, 17-10. That's my brand of football. That's what I love. I love low scoring running games. But now the rules of the game gear it totally different. It's about getting the ball in the end zone. That's the truth. That's what the NFL is about. It's about points. It's not about defense, because you know the old adage, defense wins championships. But that's not the reality nowadays. It's about offensive production and putting points on the ball. Now, turnovers can slow an offense down or stop it, depending on who the offense is. But turnovers are a key contributor, yes. But it is not the main or one of the biggest factors to winning. Because in the end, it's about putting points on the board, scoring touchdowns, and kicking field goals at those key moments.
That's true. Very true. But if you have a badass defense,
yes. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this, Coach, and Mr. Weed. I think you're basing it. I think you're basing the turnover aspect by your team. I don't think you believe your team goes deep into a playoff run if they don't get turnovers.
Man, shout out to the 70 thumbs up, man. Thank you guys. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Hit that thumbs up button.
And I'm just gonna be honest with you. You might say I'm crazy and everything, but I don't believe you Cowboys fans believe in Dak Prescott as much as we believe in Dak Prescott. I think you think that dude is trash, and y'all want him gone.
Far from it.
I think most of you guys want him gone. I think Jerry Jones wants him gone.
Maybe not.
But he has no other. Yeah, I'm talking about Cowboys fans in general.
All right.
I don't know about y'all guys, but I'm out of here for the night. See you.
All right, Mets. Have a good one.
Bye, Mets. Have a good night.
You know what? Let's do this next time. I'm about to get out of here too. It's almost 12.
Okay, good night, Weed.
Mira.
See you soon, Weed.
You know what? Yeah. Hey, you know what? Mira. Gracias muchos, muchachos. Great show. God bless you guys. And
where you from?
Sunday night. If I tell you where I'm from, y'all won't
not
believe
what
me.
state. Not what state. What nationality?
Boricua, baby.
Vaya, what's up, Papa?
All right, Papa. All right.
Bye,
y'all have a good one. Appreciate you coming on, man.
You have a good night, Reed.
Yo, talk, bro. I mean, I talk a lot of papa. It's all fun, bro. All good. God bless you guys, man.
Listen, man. We all
we give you a hard time too.
I got hostile on me, but same.
Hey, my guy up top over there with the. I'm sorry. I apologize about the flag.
No, you good. You should.
All right.
I only snapped because I didn't want to hear the thumb, but you came and you said Daniel Jones, and I'm just that's the thing.
Can I tell you one thing?
Daniel Jones didn't have a team.
Can I tell you one thing though? Can I tell you one thing?
Go right ahead.
Can I buy your accent on my next date?
Hey, salute, bro. Hey, let's love.
All right, bro.
I got it, man. I got it.
All right, brother. God bless you all, man.
All
right. Later, brothers.
Yeah, we good.
Thanks, everyone. I appreciate that.
Puerto Rican cool people.
Mm-hmm.
He was cool.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to give him a chance to talk. Yeah, I wanted to give him a chance to talk, man. I thought he was a cool person, man.
Yeah,
so
he is.
Only with the Big Blue Crew.
Zion snap. He ain't tell you to shut up. He said, I'm going to shut up and let you talk. Zion said, what?
Only on the Big Blue Crew will you hear a Dallas Cowboys fan give Daniel Jones props. You won't hear it anywhere else.
Well,
you won't hear it anywhere else.
Yo, clip that and put it on the short.
You think I'm not? You think I'm not? That's definitely going into a short. Now, Bobby, what were you saying? We were trying to get something out. What were you saying? You're muted.
You're muted, Bobby.
Bobby, you're muted.
Oh, you
Damn it, Bobby.
I think you muted me, didn't you?
Yeah, I muted you for a second because you wouldn't let me finish my statement. Now talk.
So I was saying that us Giant fans think this Prescott is a good quarterback too, because he scares us.
He doesn't scare me, but
No, Dak Prescott is actually the weak point of that team, and he's proven it for 2 to 3 years now. So
yeah, well,
I hope they keep Dak Prescott there for 15 years because you're going to do the same thing. And when that defense gets old, you're going to see the real Dak Prescott. But yeah.
Okay.
But fellas, it's been one heck of a stream.
Inside Sports NY Swagger.
So when are you going to be on next, Big Pat?
Same time, same place, same day, Wednesdays.
Can you put it in the chat, Logan, for NY Swagger?
And are you going to be on Sunday too?
Huh?
Yeah.
Your YouTube
calling the game on Sunday.
Game Sunday. All right.
My YouTube, because NY Swagger just said, Lou, what's your handle?
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, you'll find that nowhere else, man. I knew he was gonna be a pretty cool guy. He started off rocky. He was trying to defend himself because 8 people was talking to him at once, so he tried to defend himself. That's why I was like, everybody let him just speak. I knew he was a cool dude. Yeah.
I need 12 subs to get to 1,500 subscribers, man. Help me out.
Yeah, you'll be there before the game.
Chat right now.
You got what, 4 days? So 3 subs a day, you'll be there. We'll get you there.
I said I wanted to be at 1,500 by week 1. I'm 12 subs away, guys. Come on, y'all done let Alex pass me. This is bullshit.
So,
shit, Alex.
Hey, coach, you getting up there too now? Ain't you about at 300-400 now?
No, I'm up to 260, 270s. I just I just went from 255 to almost 270 in not even a week.
Who's Alex?
Okay.
Who's Alex? I don't know Alex.
That would be me, sir.
That's Big Blue in the Bronx, Bobby.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Oh, yeah, okay. Who was the other guy
that was? Like, Swagger said he just subbed, Lou.
Appreciate that, my brother.
Who was the guy who didn't show his face, though?
He was a Dallas Cowboys fan, Bobby.
Not that guy. The other kid who was on the Big Blue.
Oh, that was Jaden the Champ.
Jaden? Yeah, who's Jaden? That's who I meant, Jaden.
Yeah, Jaden the Champ is original. He's been on my channel since the very beginning.
Oh, I never met him before.
Well, now you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaden is very quiet.
Big Lou in the Bronx, Big Lou, Coach, Big Pat.
All right, so
Logan, Zion.
we get ready to shut it down. Any last thoughts, guys? I'm gonna start off with Lou. Let me know your last thoughts before we get up out of here.
Man, everybody make sure they stay healthy and well hydrated in this heat. We got a heat wave coming, and we're gonna cap off the beginning of next week with a Dallas ass whooping, brought to you courtesy of the New York Football Giants, folks.
Absolutely. Everybody just bless up. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Go sub to everybody's channels right there. Thank you, Logan, for putting it in the description, putting it in the chat. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Lou, always for hosting these. You know what I'm saying? Big Blue Crew for life. You know what I'm saying? Go right ahead, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give him this. The guy that came on, I mean, he was a Cowboys fan. Obviously, as Pat said, it started out rough, but you won't get many guys who come on here and then they'll actually talk and agree with you on certain points. And there's a lot of, and I know there's a lot of people on Twitter that won't come on, but you know what? He came on and he did his thing. So I'm never rooting for the Cowboys, but the guy was a cool guy. In other words, off that subject, I hope we learn a lot of good things come Sunday, and in terms of the Big Blue Crew, man. I mean, each and every one of us is putting out content, so we're doing the best to support each other. Obviously, there's a block party that's going to be Giants-Jets game, October 29th. I can't wait to meet everybody that I haven't met before, and even the people that I have met before. I mean, it's gonna be really fun. So, I guess the best thing you could do is support the best group of Giants content creators on YouTube throughout the entire season, and even after that too, because the draft coverage is pretty fucking sick.
Yes, sir. Let's go, Coach.
Man, I'm just ready. Fine. I'm just happy. Week 1 is finally here. Football is here. I was in heaven since last. I've been in heaven since last Thursday with college football, and now it's to the NFL starting tomorrow. So, it's brick by brick, step by step. Let's do what we got to do to get that ultimate goal, ultimate prize, man. Because that's really what it is about, man. It's about this, man. In the end, this is what it's about. And whether it's this year, next year, that's what I'm looking for, man. You know, and this team, everyone, every last one of them, I believe they're gonna play together. I don't know. I just don't think this team is afraid of Dallas. I don't. I think they're extremely confident and they're tired of all the rhetoric that's associated with Dallas. And y'all know me, how I feel about that damn team from down south. We need to blow them up and kick them out of the league. That's it, man. Y'all got it. Go ahead.
Logan, what you got, brother?
You know, man, I appreciate you having me on first and foremost. Giants, hopefully we can have a good season. I got us at 11-6. Daniel Jones, prove him wrong, bro. They've been mocking you since you got drafted, man. Have a good season, bro. That's all I got, man. I appreciate you bringing me on.
You were one of the
All
people
right,
that
Logan.
jumped about him low key back in the day,
bro.
But I will say this: good to see you, Logan, man. Glad to see you doing well, and you're growing up, kid. It's pretty cool, man. Seeing you going.
Voice that's like 10 times deeper.
Yeah, bro.
What, Bobby?
Whippersnapper.
Can I say something?
Sure. Go ahead, Bobby.
I think Sunday's going to be a great night. I think the Giants have a better offense than last year, definitely. We have Bellinger and we have
Waller.
Waller, so we got double tight ends. So that's going to give the Dallas Cowgirls a hard time. That's what I call them, the Dallas Cowgirls. Not a big Dallas
that's actually pretty true. Bobby, I think they will have a tough time guarding those two tight ends, definitely in short yardage situations, definitely in running situations, because Bellinger can block as well as go out and receive. And if we're lining up at 13 personnel, you got a bunch of linebackers on the field. Not one of those linebackers is going to be able to cover Waller, and not one of your safeties is going to be able to do it either. So we can actually get some big plays out of that formation.
Right.
Like I was saying, I'm proud of Logan. Don't know, Logan's been with us for a pretty long time. He was a little whippersnapper. He's still one, but his voice is just grown now. Yeah.
Yes, Logan, you look old.
Damn, bro.
But
hold up, Bobby. Pat was trying to say something important.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Lord have mercy. Like I said, proud of you. Glad you've been going through some things and stuck with it. You're growing up. Good to see that, man.
Yes,
making me feel like an old man. But the Giants, I think we beat them 31-17. I don't think the Cowboys can mess with us this year. It's just our time this year, man. So I don't think anything they can do with us, not from the defensive standpoint or offensive standpoint. As long as we play our game and the offensive line blocks, I don't think there's many teams that could play with us this year because we're too damn fast. And it's just the beginning. I think the window of our opportunity of winning the championship just got cracked this year. And after this year, I think we blow that whole window open. Pause. But I'd like to thank everybody for coming into the chat, man. It's one of the better streams I've had, man. It was pretty dope. So, if you got anything else to say it to the gulag. We out.
Looks like we got another one! On the ground! This is the Gulag. In here, you fight to win back your life. Gates! Let's go!
your chance to redeploy.